What's up, family? Welcome back to my podcast. We're turning hustle into legacy. Guess what? This episode is for anyone who feels unseen, overlooked, unappreciated, like you're doing everything right, but nobody's noticing. Today's title is Hidden but Never Forgotten. Because just because people don't see you doesn't mean God forgot you. Some of the most important work happens in silence. Let's talk about why being hidden is not a punishment. It's preparation. Let's go. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? So, the pain of being unseen. Let's talk about it. Let's be honest though. Being hidden, it hurts. I think I was just talking about that today. You guys know I'm starting this podcast, and I started really high. Meaning giving out the Versace robes, bringing my foster youth on. I got celebrities coming on. I got a lot of high level figures from the town coming on. Just in case you don't know, the town is Yay area. Hey, I'm just saying I gotta shout out my town, my city, Oakland, California, period. Born and raised all my life, right? But I gotta say this. I was just talking about this to cousin Capone. Shout out to you, brother. I was just saying how sometimes you feel like, you're being unseen. All the hard work you doing, me helping these youth, me trying my best, me almost going broke and losing everything, trying to help other people, right? It hurts. Being hidden, it hurts. But this is the thing. What you do is you continue to show up and you stay fucking consistent. You stay faithful and it's still nothing. It's cool. You ain't gonna get no recognition. You may not get no applause or even a promotion, but let me tell you something. Consistency, faith, and showing up regardless who applauding, I promise you it'll pay off. I promise you. Watch this podcast go up. Now, folks, when I first started, I'm begging people to come on because they didn't see the people that I were, seeking. They didn't see who I had coming on the show. Now I got people coming on the show. Shout out to Unc. Shout out to CBE. I got, Lil Tunchi, LME Tunchi. I got, Wood and San Quinn. And, I got some figures now. Kamaya. I got people. DTB. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm being seen. But guess what? I'm still not going to be funny. I got you. Come through. Right? So let's just be clear. And it's not that I'm being careful. I'm just starting to ask, did I miss a moment? Am I doing enough? Hell, did God forgive me? Which I know he didn't. But what I have to tell myself, sometimes being silent, it doesn't mean that you're absent. It means that God is still working on me, just not loudly. So I say this to say, even with including my podcast as an example, I started off not thinking nobody would come. I didn't even know what to do. I didn't even know how to do it. I just know that I was going to build a podcast. And I wanted it for mental health services. So I didn't even expect it to go as far as it is so quickly. Literally, I got 2,500 followers. Them all real followers. Okay? My YouTube channel, almost 3,000. I just started this 2 months ago. That's pretty damn good. My personal following only got 1,000, and all them motherfuckers be haters. Let's be clear. I think Rick Ross said it all the time. If you see your partner shining, why not like it and share it? What's wrong with y'all? Okay? Now, I will say, sometimes, you be all in your mind. You don't pay attention too much. You just scrolling because that's what you just adapted to. But at the same time, if you see your partner or your friend or your sister, your family doing something different, like and share that shit. What's the big deal? Because it's my thing. If they make it and you rocks with them, you make it too. So never think that God forgot about you. He just got a strategic plan with you. And guess what? It's just not loud. So let's get into why God, he hides his certain people. He hides certain people. He do. And I feel like he hides them because sometimes exposure without preparation, that shit is dangerous. So he hides you to build your character, to heal your wounds, to strip that pride, to strengthen your discipline, to sharpen your discernment. Visibility sometimes too early can destroy you. I think I was just talking about a similar topic on this. Pressure could crush you. Too much access could corrupt you. Okay, we got a lot of these niggas running around here in Oakland thinking, cause yeah, we love it. They think they are nigga. We know who you are. We know where you came from. Don't get all big and let the access corrupt your little funky mind. Okay? Sometimes the applause and the audience, it can also distract your ass. So be careful what you ask for. Now, I was just telling somebody else, I don't want to be famous. What I want to be is a fucking mogul. I want to be the person that put a little dent in the world that's for the better, the good, right? Helping the community. So sometimes I think being hidden in certain seasons is to protect you. It's not a punishment. It's to protect you. You know, God always protecting his chosen ones. Okay? Now, let's talk about what God builds while hidden, while things are being hidden. In your hidden season, I feel like identity is formed. You're able to find who you are because you don't have that many people having access to you, corrupting your mind. Okay? Your confidence becomes internal. We got to talk about that. A lot of people lacking confidence. Guess what? That's why they hating and ain't liking and sharing your shit because they mad and don't want to see you win. And that's okay because this is the thing. A bitch like me gonna win anyway. Okay? I'm just saying. So I just got to keep that clear. I'm going to win regardless you, John, Joe, or Jim want me to. Now, I may not win in this, and that's fine. I may not win in this podcasting game, but listen, let me tell you something. Dr.Stance is number one. Who else giving out these Versace rolls and spending their own bread on that shit? Let's talk about it. I don't think nobody's doing that. Okay? I'm called the standout queen. Period, nigga. I stands out. I'm different. And it's okay too. But I guess what? I've been hidden for years. A lot of people that know me know I ain't with this social media platform and all this shit. But I'm doing this for my kids. I am. I'm doing it for my kids. Because at the end of the day, they need a platform that's safe for them to come and tell their story. So guess what? Dr. Stan's here to do that. And I'm here to do it. I'm just here to do it. And that's cool. I'm here to do it. So let's get back into it. I need y'all to understand what a hidden season is. It's a good thing. It's positivity because you want to figure out how your confidence becomes internal and how your faith deepens, how your relationship with God get closer, and how your identity is formed. I'm telling you, confidence, it is internal. Okay, you can look good on the outside and you feel like shit on the inside. So you learn to show up without validation. I always tell people, enjoy your solitude. I tell a lot of these young girls, you won't need that, nigga. I tell these dudes, you don't need that bra. Enjoy your solitude. Because let me tell you something. If you struggle with being alone, there's no way that you can be in a successful relationship because you're not even comfortable with your own self. How you going to be comfortable with somebody else? Listen. I'm just saying. So let's learn how to show up without validation. Even with me in this podcast, I didn't think nobody would support me like that. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I ain't going to hold you. I ain't even give a damn because I was going to do it anyway. I already was 20 in. Okay. Regardless you support me or not, I'm still going to do it. You ain't got to listen, but I'm still going to do the podcast. And so I hope that, shed some light on anybody. That means I'm consistent and I'm not giving up, regardless if people are standing there applauding for me, hating on me, throwing dollars or even taking dollars. It don't matter. I'm still going to keep it pushing. So just learn how to show up without validation. You don't need everybody to validate to let you feel like or make you feel like you confident in who you are. Okay? The hidden seasons teach you how to obey God, even when ain't nobody watching. That's where, guess what? That legacy is built. How you think? I've been hidden for years. I've been a baddie. Listen. People that knows Dr. Stance, I've been a baddie. And I'm not talking about physicalities. Okay? Let's be clear. I should sip this bottle. Because let me tell you something. In my mind, can't nobody tell me nothing different. And I advise y'all to think the same. You are your worst enemy. Okay? This is how a legacy is built when you show up without a validation and you obey God when ain't nobody watching. I was just talking about this. Stop comparing your hidden season to everybody. Comparison is a dangerous game. I'm telling you, look at all these broads on here, excuse me, these bitches on here that got all these fake asses and big lips and all these white girls and all that. But you know them ain't your lips and them cheekbones and them nose structures and damn near eyebrows and baby hairs and the list goes on. Bitches got fake toenails, fake nails. I can do the fake nails, fake eyebrows. They got this whole solution where you paint your eyebrow off and peel it off. I'm clowning today, y'all. Listen, I had a couple shots and that's okay. But I'm clowning because comparing yourself is dangerous. It's dangerous. And that's why a lot of these chicks is running around here with these fake ass. Listen, broads got fake eyeballs. Like, come on. We're changing our eye colors and shit now. Like, let's be grateful for what God gave us. That's why I say sometimes social media is very toxic, depending on how you utilize it. It could definitely be a monetary thing. Okay, if you utilize that shit right, don't let that shit affect you. You could definitely get a bag and become somebody. Change your whole life, career, everything, your family, everything. But a lot of these stars and celebrities, I thought about that. Listen, I wrote that book. I got only 200,000 views, only 200,000 views. And you should see the comments. It's over probably 300 comments. Half of them negative as fuck. I'm not finna tie into that shit and stress myself out and, make them comments feel like, no. I didn't write that book for y'all. I wrote that shit for me to tell my story. Now, whether it helped somebody or not, it really don't matter. That shit helped me writing that story. That's my story. Okay? Now, you can hop on this bandwagon if you want, but if you don't want to, I'm just going to run over your ass. And that's just what it is. Okay? So let me get back to the subject, which is comparing yourself to folk. Enjoy your solitude and learn to show up without being validated by anybody. Okay? You could win publicly. You could even celebrate early. You could move fast, all that. But at the end of the day, don't compare yourself. They're private compromises when you do that. Okay? They're unhealed wounds, the lack of foundation. It's a fast exposure that does not equal a lasting success. I'm telling you, being exposed fast like that because you're comparing yourself to somebody else, literally, it will minimize your success. And the goal is to create a legacy. So God would rather hide you than humiliate you. You feel me? He would rather hide you instead of humiliate you. So you got to stay faithful in the dark. Don't abandon the season that's meant to mature you. Being hidden requires patience, obedience, and trust. But let me tell you this, you don't need visibility. You need readiness. Okay? You need to be prepared. Okay? If God trusted you with silence, he's definitely preparing you for the influence. I'm just saying, right? But I'm going to close out with this. If you're hidden, you are not forgotten. If you're unseen, you still chosen. And if it's quiet, guess what? That means God is still working. Believe that. Your season is strategic. Your silence is sacred. And your legacy, that shit is loading up. It's getting ready. Pop off. So stay faithful. You feel me? Thanks for tuning in with Dr. Stance. If this message got to you today, I need you to like, share, and subscribe and tell those that's listening to stay faithful. Stay faithful because your legacy is on the way, baby. I holla. Yeah. That was cute. I liked it.